approach the question, I focused on the teaching practices and on-campus life. And regarding teaching practices, something that may be different in my experience from my colleagues who talked before me is that I teach Spanish and my classes are in Spanish, and the majority of my students are either native speakers or heritage speakers. And many of them come from families, they have a cultural background. Even if they were born and raised in the US, they have a cultural background that they share. There are some things in common. So that definitely makes a difference. I teach higher level undergraduate and master's courses. So those students are ready for that type of exchange. It makes a difference. I say it makes a difference because of the experiences I've had before. The students who are not native speakers or heritage speakers or don't have the cultural background, they have an interest, and that's why they decided to major or minor in that area. So they also share some things with those other students. I came to the US 10 years ago to do my PhD, and I went to a small city in the south of the US, not of California. My experience there was very different in the classroom. I went to a private, very expensive private institution that served to a very different student population. And then I had a visiting assistant professor position at a small liberal arts college that the population there was similar to that of the institution where I did my PhD. So being Chicano, Latino there, or native or heritage speaker was the exception, not the norm. So that was not the experience I had in the classroom before coming here. And I had planned on going back to Puerto Rico after I finished my PhD, but that was not a possibility because of the economic crisis. So I had to stay in the US, and I couldn't have imagined a better place where I would have wanted to develop a career than a place where I had a community of students and of colleagues that supported the things I wanted to do. I'm the product of a big public institution in Puerto Rico. I did my undergraduate and my master's there. So that was the type of institution that I wanted to go back to, that I wanted to serve.